most amazing viewers, you've got double trouble today. This is Landon Do Not Sing.
And this is Rebecca Felgate, and today we are talking about the most secure places in the world. Area 51 is one of them, and the event is coming up. Are you going?
I'm not going. I don't want to get shot.
Yeah, I don't want to die. I value my life.
I value my life so much that I wouldn't try and break into any of the places on this list because they're just so darn secure. Speaking of secure, have you guys ever been locked out of a place or locked in?
I've been locked out of my house a couple times.
That sucks.
And you know what even sucks even more? The fact that I was able to break into my own place.
Oh, so not so secure.
So it's not so secure.
I'm not gonna be making this list. Damn it.
Alright, let's get right into this one. This is the top 10 most secure places in the world. And clearly my own house can't even make this list. So starting things off, in at number 10 we have Granite Mountain Records Vault located in Utah. Only a few people in history will ever get the chance to have the access to this highly classified vault. The vault has more than 3.5 billion images on microfilm and digital media as technology advances, so how does this vault store its records? The vault's records are collected through agreements with archives, libraries, and churches from more than 100 countries.
For over 100 years, Family Search has been gathering, preserving, and sharing the genealogical records of the world. These irreplaceable records tell the stories of individuals, of families, and of nations.
These records are very important to preserve our history for the future. The vault is designed to withstand anything that might happen to the world.
The vault was designed to protect the collection of genealogical records from decay, natural disasters, and man-made calamities.
Coming into number 9, we have the Vatican Secret Archives. So I'm not sure the church should be keeping secrets. I kind of feel a bit uncomfortable with the whole God decided I should have this knowledge and therefore I have all of the power thing. I'm really uncomfortable knowing that knowledge is power and that the church is specifically hiding knowledge. A lot of knowledge is under lock and key at the Vatican. The Vatican Secret Archives were formed in 1612 and contain state papers, legal documents, and account books. It gets a big from me. In theory, the archives were opened in the late 1870s, but a very small trickle of heavily vetted researchers are allowed in and nobody else. They even have to apply for a key card, and if you did manage to get in, the files are housed in 53 miles of shelving, which means that you would need to know what you're looking for and where it's kept. Here you go, have a little look at what I'm talking about.
Way back to the Vatican, although during these transfers, many valuable documents were lost, some of which were from the 5th century. Today, 400 years after—
That being said, it is suspected that the secret archives contain details of Jesus' bloodline and the Grand Grimoire. Now this contains a summoning ritual for the Prime Minister of Hell. Who knew things were so organised down there, and also you could summon a Hell Prime Minister? More realistically than the elected official of the underworld, it's suggested that the vaults hold information on Pope Pius XII, who allegedly helped Hitler. If what is held inside the archives could take down the church, then imagine how secure those files are, if they do indeed exist.
The presidential suite is up next at number 8. We're talking about where Mr. President Donald Trump lives, the White House. When it comes to security measures, the White House has it all, from bulletproof windows, infrared sensors, surface-to-air missiles, high-tech drones, the 11-foot fence all around the White House, and the highly trained United States secret agents. Getting inside the White House is near impossible. Since 1912, there have only been 4 people to have ever broken into the White House. That's not bad, and all 4 people were captured within minutes. Some of you guys were probably wondering what that surface-to-air missile security feature was. I did some research into it. Well, if any aircraft is above the White House and they don't know about it, they're gonna give just one warning. If planes don't identify itself quickly, the White House will launch missiles at it, taking it down immediately. All around the White House have missiles that are designed to destroy any aircraft. Pretty intense if you asked me. Also under the White House is the PEOC, which is the Presidential Emergency Operations Center, which is a bunker-like structure to protect the president, in any case of emergency.
Coming in at number 7, we have Fort Knox. Gold for days. Fort Knox is home to the United States Bullion Depository, which holds half of the country's wealth. The rest is spread out with a large portion at the Federal Reserve. Also very secure. So not only is Fort Knox a no-entry zone with armed guards, it also has a steel fence, and the building itself is made from granite and reinforced steel to help it survive any attack. The doors to the actual gold weigh 20 tons and are sealed with hot wax and tamper-evident tape. This means if someone even did try so much as to attempt to break in, they would likely be very quickly caught. Although they literally couldn't break in. The doors can't be cut through, only open with a series of combinations that no one person has the code to. Secretary of the Treasury Steve Mnuchin was the last to inspect the vault in August 2017, but it was the first inspection in 42 years. Recently, the US Treasury said that Fort Knox is equipped with the latest and most modern protective devices. I've taken that to mean sharks with freaking lasers, right?
To have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
The Global Seed Vault in Svalbard, Norway is up next at number 6 on our list. I thought this was very interesting. Almost every single seed in the world is stored in this very secret location. About 4.5 million seed samples are stored there.
Welcome to the Global Seed Vault. This is a facility where we store copies of seeds from gene banks all over the world.
So it doesn't look like much from the outside, but it's a massive hidden facility on the inside. To get into the facility, you have to take a long tunnel into the seed vaults. The Global Seed Vault was created as a backup system to protect humanity against any catastrophic events that could wipe out our agricultural diversity. It's like Noah's Ark. It's a very important facility. The whole world also agrees that this is a very important facility and project that will help protect the future of humanity. There are a very limited amount of people who have access to this place.
Next up, we have Bold Lane Car Park in Derbyshire, England at number 5. I'm sorry, but what? A car park in Derby? One of the safest places on earth? Like, to me, that is absolutely baffling. Higher on this list than Fort Knox? Like, what? This is all according to the BBC anyway, who dubbed the multi-story car park as safe as Fort Knox, which again, is insane, I don't get it. Essentially though, if you aren't meant to be there, you're not getting in. Your car is safe, safe, safe with a capital S. When you arrive to park, you're given a barcoded ticket which gives the driver a specific parking spot. This then triggers a sensor which is only switched off once the ticket has been paid and the car has exited the site. The sensor detects any movement around the car and triggers an alarm. Basically this happens if it's not the car owner. On top of that, there are computerized maps and 190 CCTV cameras. So obscure, so safe. I guess good on you, Derby. Next up we have the Cheyenne Mountains in Colorado Springs, United States, coming in at number 4. A fortress under a mountain. Like, literally no worries, mate. You safe. The Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Station is safe from seismic activities, chemical attacks, and nuclear blasts. It's basically impenetrable. The fortress is essentially a bunker designed for D-Day, which I guess is comforting. Have a little look at the entrance.
So we do occasionally, we'll call ourselves America's Fortress for a reason, and that is because we are, by design, here for the worst day in American history.
The bunker is 2,000 feet below solid granite. Built in the 1960s in the Cold War era, the bunker is now used to monitor United States and Canadian airspace for impending threats, as well as monitoring what's happening across the rest of the world. So, how do you get in? You've got to drive in a 2-mile tunnel down and go through 2 exceptionally thick blast-proof doors. Even security escorts can't get inside the inner control rooms. 400 people actually work in the facility, but I think for me, I'd go crazy. I can't be indoors for too long, and this is like very indoors. The facility is often called America's Bunker and is one of the biggest key players in keeping the United States super safe.
Number 3 is the ADX Florence prison located in Colorado, USA. Alright, so we all know prisons, especially maximum security prisons, should be a very secure place, right? Well, the ADX Florence prison is like no other. This is an American federal prison that provides a higher level of security than a maximum security prison. It is classified as a supermax or a control unit prison. This prison is also known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies.
The supermax is a life after death. It adds punishment to the crime.
GADMAX in Florence, Colorado, the country's only federal supermax. It's known as the Alcatraz of the Rockies.
This is known as America's most secured prison. You have to commit some pretty horrible crimes to be sent there. We're talking about terrorists and mass murderers.
You're looking at people like Ramzi Yousef, the 1993 World Trade Bomber. Timothy McVeigh was there. Nichols is still there. The shoe bomber, the Unabomber, you can go on and on.
Soon, this could be home to the marathon bomber. It's closed off to the rest of the world. Inside, the most dangerous inmates are...
The outside world just doesn't have access to this facility. In this prison, you'll always be in leg irons, belly chained handcuffs. There are sniper towers everywhere. There are hundreds and hundreds of cameras throughout the whole facility, and the facility is all concrete.
Alright, coming into number 2, we have the legendary Swiss vaults. So where do the richest people in the world keep their money? Because that's where I want to keep my money when the apocalypse hits, although I'm actually not sure a paychecker to paychecker like me would be welcome amongst the elite. These people have got serious cash in the bank and they want to protect it. 3 of the famous Swiss banking vaults are particularly secure. These have been held by the world's wealthiest citizens for over 200 years. If that wasn't enough for you, it seems that the deposit boxes here were patented by the same officers that employed Albert Einstein in his youth. Funnily enough, Switzerland is also one of the safest countries in the world, so all in all, Swiss vaults, like Swiss chocolate, just a very good shout. Good on you, Switzerland.
And finally, yeah, you guys can guess this one. We're going there again. We have Area 51 at number 1. How do we not talk about Area 51 on this list, especially if we do a list like this? It's a pretty secured facility, and I'm really hoping they do actually find aliens in there, because just imagine what would happen. Well, at the time that I filmed this video, we're close to 2 million people who are still planning to raid this very secretive facility that is heavily guarded by the US Air Force and the American government. The raid day is supposed to be September 20th, which is quickly approaching. Millions want to know if aliens are real, and also what are the big secrets that the government has been hiding from us in the Nevada desert. US Air Force is probably hating on social media right now because they're warning people not to come, and they're probably especially hating on the 20-year-old college student who started this whole idea as a joke. He had no idea it would go this viral and people would take this seriously.
He's the 20-year-old college student behind the plan to storm Area 51.
I figured that the FBI would be knocking on my door right about now, but nobody has shown up. Nobody.
Is this real life right now? The teen created a Facebook page, Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all. Area 51 is a very top secret Air Force base that is often associated with the extraterrestrials and UFOs. The US Air Force came out with a few statements, one saying, "The US Air Force always stands ready to protect America and its assets. If you do storm the secret base, you could be looking at prison time and a fine, and also who's to say that they won't shoot you." I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what actually happens on September the 20th. I highly recommend that you guys don't go. Okay, so what do you think they're hiding in Area 51?
Okay, so what I think they're hiding now is not what used to be there, because it gets so much publicity. If
they moved it.
Moved it.
Oh.
Moved it.
To Area 52.
Area 52.
Storm Area 52, October 20th.
I'm still not gonna be there. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you wanted to make one of these places your home, where would you live? Where would you live?
Area 51 after the 20th. I'm moving in on the 21st.
Oh yeah?
So when it clears out, I'll move.
I wanna live in those Swiss vaults, because like money, 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 and Swiss chocolate.
Maybe I'll go to the seed vault and just start planting everything.
Ooh, I like that. You could be a seedsmith and I can be a chocolatier.
I'll trade you plant food.
And I'll trade you chocolate.
There you go.
High five to that. We got it sorted. We got it all down.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this. I was your host, Landon Do Not Sing.
I'm host, chocolatier Rebecca Felgate.
And we'll see you guys in the next Most Amazing Top 10 video.
We will. Bye.